Hi, I'm Professor Render, and this is a Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race here on Speed Gaming 1. Today we have ourselves one of our glitched modes. This is called Hybrid Matrix Glitches. We are adding a mystery component to the top of it. This is actually one of our modes one of the modes that is in the Link to the Past Randomizer glitched co-op league that has just started like this week. Today we have Malmo and Chexhuman. Both are members of this league. They're not on the same team, but they are in different teams. In particular is of the team Oh No Go mode. Chexhuman is of team Glitches Large. So, Hybrid Matrix Glitches, for those who aren't aware, is a mode where you have overworld glitches, which is something that that is a glitch mode. So that means we're able to clip around at will, and we do start with boots because this is necessary for various clips in play. Malmo is checking the highlight island because you can't clip there, and Malmo, we're actually seeing a clip right now. This is the quick. This is quick hobo. Quick hobo is the which let's just get into hobo right away. I actually learned this during one of my matches as well, although I screwed it up I screwed it up on the top because I didn't realize you could just jump. You have to wait till you fully jump and then you transition through. Yeah, so we're actually getting our lumberjack check. Nothing on there. I should be joined by. Hopefully should be joined by Lucy and Grief. I'm fine with I am going to be flying solo. And Chexhuman has opted to take a def, and it looks like we have damage shuffle on, because that wasn't normal damage. That was clearly not normal damage. Yeah, that was according to our tracker Jaxie. That def was completely unintentional. So it looks like we have some form of damage, damage shuffle enabled here. We have a Lionel over here, and it looks like that Lionel isn't even doing a whole lot of damage from being shot in the face like that. The normal time for this mode, for normal glitch, this depends. We're playing mystery mode, so that means we don't know of the settings that are available, but we do know that we have a map shuffle of some kind. We do also find that desert is the green pendant. And yes, we also do have enemy shuffle. So, but in general, for like normal times, these can last around somewhere between like from the low 90s, or probably somewhere like around like the 115 or 130 areas. If on some of the best runners, which we have on the screen right now, that is of course Malmo and Chexhuman. They are one of the best players available, and Malmo is making her way over to Kakariko. So far there isn't a whole lot of glitches going through, because we'll see one coming up shortly. We did see one from Malmo earlier, but the glitches in particular, we're able to do boots clips, which means, oh hi, this is the Can Samaria. Now, if this was no logic, that is actually a really good item to find that early. Actually, we're seeing that right now. This is actually so we did what's called a teleport. This is the down teleport in particular, which means the collision for the diagonal walls is kind of weird. We're able to clip into them with the boots, and then if we're clipped in pretty far in, the game will try to kick us out in such a to the best of their knowledge, to the best of his ability. But if we're this close to him, we can teleport either up or down depending on the position, depending on the shadow or alignment, which is often identified with the shadow. We did find a hook shot from Malmo over in Well. We also have a big key shuffle on as well. And that was for Desert Palace. Now we don't know if this also takes into account. Okay, so we have a map, small key, and big key shuffle. Now I don't know if we had a compass, if there's a compass out available for us, then that would be full key sanity. As far as I've seen, there isn't. I don't think there's a compass. Like there is a wild compass. I say wild. I don't wild. Yeah, because as Jax is pointing out to in the chat, each of the dungeon items in mystery modes are shuffled individually. It's either a wild small keys are turned on or turned off for each roll. So we could have it's possible to have a full on key sanity. Oh, and Tex Human found a fish, and we're taking that all the way to the we took it all the way to the bottle vendor, give us a bit of rewards there. And Malmo is going to go ahead and do a different do a sort of clip to get into to make this a little bit quicker to get over to the desert ledge, because we can't clip into the desert ledge from there. And we also found a master sword on the desert ledge. And yes, we are now in desert, because this is we can climb it our way into there. Yeah, you don't see these a lot. You don't see clips like that in normal no glitches play. Because for the no glitches, despite what the name says, it's only referring to major glitches. Okay, so we found a compass and it wasn't shuffled. So we have a map, big key, and small key shuffle. And we also have a boss shuffle on, and that was I think it was a boss shuffle on. It was regular Lambo, but it could be a vanilla. It could either be a boss shuffle, and that just ended up being a vanilla spot, or it could very much be just regular bosses. At least Malmo, that's one thing you would do in this situation is Malmo checking the compasses to see if is this a boss shuffle or not. Chex Human has performed a clip to get over to Magic Bat without the need of the hammer, using those boots clips that I mentioned earlier. And we're now also going to see. So this is a hook speed or a super speed clip that will take us over to K45. The H in HMG stands for hybrid. It's hybrid nature glitches. So, in addition to the regular overworld clips, overworld glitches clips that are allowed, there's 4 clips that are considered in logic that are in the underworld. There's actually a distinction between overworld and underworld clips that are allowed. In no glitches play, or no logic play for that matter, it doesn't, as the name implies, there is no logic. Where you will place whatever item is there, they'll play it. If it's a spot that can be placed, it'll be placed without any regard for logic, and it's up to glitch players to do a whole multitude of different overworld and underworld clips and glitches to get those items. So it looks like Chex is actually going to do a version of Death Mountain Ascent, which takes us all the way to the top right away. Through the either tablet spot. This is the lumberjack clip, and we also have found our moon pearl from Bag of Escape in what's admittedly kind of a pretty boring position. However, that is in fact Dark World access. To answer a question in chat from Hempuli, awesome game. Thanks for the work about this, by the way. No, it is still it's still going on through. They have just the game 2 has been scheduled for Friday, or tomorrow, as if if you're watching this on YouTube. Now Malmo has also done another version of Death Mountain Ascent, although it's a little. I will say though that the Malmo is a little zoomed in. Her feed's very zoomed in at the moment. So if maybe that could be a little fixed there. That is another version of Death Mountain Ascent. So these kind of glitches, are very they're not necessarily hard to pull off, but there's a lot of glitches to do. There are a ton of different glitches that or different clips and glitches and what have you that can take up a lot of time. If it's always a good way to practice. If you're ever interested, there is a glitch talk channel in the main Discord. If you are curious, there's also a glitch training mode, a glitch training channel in that same Discord, in that same category. The experience with the players though is that they've been doing Chex Human in particular has been doing a lot of different glitched modes over the years. And Malmo, while as far as I'm aware, still relatively I think about a year, has like a year's worth of experience, if I remember this right. She's still a really good runner in her own right, and she is one of the best players, glitch players currently. That's a really rude that is a really rude lineup position over in the big chest. Yeah, and Super Scudge in particular. Super Scudge is a great resource for those who want to learn OWG. Also, we do see a Houlihan. I think this was because of Chex Human doing a clip to get over to Graveyard Ledge. And yeah. As Jaxie's pointing out, we had found red mail rigs super early, so red Lionels are no big deal. We did find the pendant for this dungeon. We found the pendant because the map dropped right there. So there you go. It's actually the Moon Pearl was found by Malmo in Bag of Escape. That's actually that is in fact Dark World access. Contrary to what people believe, or what people think normally is Dark World access, Mitts Moon Pearl, Glove Hammer Moon Pearl. That is just having the Moon Pearl by itself is Dark World access because we can clip down into Dark World. Hammer would be a good thing because that will give a lot of good checks in GT because we can clip into GT early. And Elmo is going to read off the winners of the glitch tournament on the sign says on the land bridge. Yes, there actually is a thing that similar to if you read the hint tile in the Houlihan room, where it actually shows the winners of the glitch tournament of any various glitch tournaments over the years. And if you were to clip in there normally, in no glitches play, all it would say is, "How did you get up here?" because of course you weren't expected to get to make it up there in regular no glitches play. We have a small key for Skull Woods in Spiral Cave, while Chucksuman is going to go ahead and check out Waterfall Ferry. Thieves Town Small is a thing, and the worst that could possibly happen. And doesn't even have bottles. It doesn't. Well, I think he was trying to get rid of the bottle, but accidentally triggered the thing tells you to have full bottles, and you can't activate the cutscene for the fairies. And yeah, currently the bot's is currently out of order. Do bear that in mind. We have a map for Ice Palace. There's our hammer. So, as I mentioned earlier, hammer would be nice here because that does give a lot of that does open up a lot of checks in GT. I got confused. I realized what it was supposed to be. Why the little bot destructives were coming out, because it was just, I said bot dead, not just my mic being all screwy. Chucksuman actually reading the hint tile to see if hints were turned on, and it's not, because hints are actually turned off in this weight set. We're not going to GT, or we're not going into Dark Death Mountain. We're heading to do Hookshot Cave first. This is within this. We're going through the normal way, not the fun way. I'm sad because the fun way is cool, because you get to clip from the bottom and wrap your way up to where the top of all the way up to the top of where Hookshot Cave actually is. Because even though it doesn't look like it, you actually are some certain clips, like what we see with Hera. It actually wraps around. The camera actually, the Link's position wraps around to the top, as opposed to going to where you think it is, just like the top, like to some random place, because the camera can't position itself that way. But we are actually, in fact, but Chuck's ended up where Hookshot Cave is at, or Hera's at, because of some clip that he did. We have a castle tower. We have a castle tower small that was from the floating island, and actually it was a version that Chucksuman did, which you can go from all the way from the right side to the left. And we're actually now seeing a Malmo heading over to Catfish from the mountain, because we can clip into there, and we actually can trigger something called the funny auto walk thing, coined by Super Scudge. Basically, when Malmo was like just suddenly walking all the way down, she hit the transition like exactly, I think it was, and the game is trying to push to put Malmo in a situation and where it thinks she is actually at, which happens to be all the way at the bottom. If I'm remembering the reasoning for it correctly. We have crystals are two crystals that we know of, Skull Woods and Ice, from the maps that we found. We're going into Hype Cave now, and again, because I like my fun clips. We are going Hype Cave through the normal route. We get flippers and pod map, and a Myers Small, not particularly useful, but we did get Pod Big Key. That's actually a pretty good Hype Cave. I'll be honest. Okay, so we're actually going to take a look at the 5-6 crystals. Meyer and Thieves Town are the 5-6s. From checking out the bomb vendor. And we're seeing Checkseaman doing another one of these clips. This time, the same clip that he did to get to Hookshot Cave, or not Hookshot Cave, Graveyard Ledge. But this time, he actually there's a slight change to it. He moves up for a single frame, which can be accomplished by doing a sword buffer. And we have a 5 fast, like a 5 crystals to defeat Ganon fast. But that slight alteration of the way that it's able enough to be, if you once he dashes off to the right, you can get his way into what would normally be was King's Tomb. That's just what is King's Tomb. However, there's no way to get out of it unless you have mitts, which effectively means you have to save quid. The way I kind of described, like what was described to me when I was first doing overworld glitches, was it's basically a Gainus Cave, but for glitch modes. You either do it or you don't. It's so early, and you have to choose whether you do it or you don't. We do have a hammer. Hammer should be on Checkseaman's tracker. Just a bit of extra thing there. Right, there we go. I think, and also the 2 flippers that we saw from Hype Cave from Malmo and Checkseaman. And all right, there we go. So far, nothing too special currently. We don't know what Pod's crystal is. We don't know what Pod is, but we can check the map if we have to for that information. Going to do C-shaped house now for Malmo. Now there is a way to get into Pod within Hyper Matrix Glitches logic from Death Matson. It's referred to as the Kiki skip, and this actually it gets used in the all dungeons restricted major glitches category for the main speedrun for Vanilla Link to the Past. The way how it works is we do actually do a transition by having us bomb clip in due to a bomb getting hit by a bomb, similar to how bomb jumps work. Currently we're in we have found Hammer we have Moon Pearl from Deck of Escape. Flippers were in Hype Cave. And there's another death from Malmo. It looks like it was got hit by the deadly guards there. Although I think it was just because it was half heart. This is supposed to be I believe this is shuffled health, shuffle damage. It's not completely random damage, which has a lot of factors in regards to how effective the males are. But this is just shuffled. From the weights, also Checkseaman's actually doing a interesting little clip to I don't know if he's got this. This is a clip to get to Hookshot Cave. An alternate way to get to Hookshot Cave from, I believe, where he was positioned earlier. I don't even know where he went. But this is actually the first time I actually saw that clip being pulled off successfully. At least that I know of. Yep, that is a way to get to Hookshot Cave without doing like a clip, like doing a boots clip to it. I should also mention this as well. Just because we are hearing the pendants or the crystal music, that does not automatically mean that the pendants that this is a crystal dungeon. It could very much be a pendant. Of course, we know it's a crystal, so this doesn't. But so this is a moot point. But also, we're actually going to look at the unused cannon guards. So the funny thing about this is that the cannon guards are actually shuffled in. Right? So they're shuffled in. Oh, we have a 0 GT entry. So it's a 05 fast cannon. Was that changed so that the entry was like there's no crystal animation for if it's 0 GT entry? Because that seems to be new. Yeah, and I'm actually a little upset about that. I mean, I think we'll still see. I don't think it was. Because I remember having a 0 GT, and the crystal like before this, I think before one of the more recent updates, and there was the crystal animation, admittedly with no crystals to really speak of. I think I thought there was. Was it really? Was it always that like that from the start? Because I don't remember that. I don't know if I'm just getting like a bad case having a bad case of Mandela effects, or maybe I'm just or maybe it's just there's something that I missed a while back. You have a pot small for GT over on Checksuman's side. But yeah, normally you would need crystals to get there, but we can actually we have a 0 GT. This is actually kind of interesting. So I actually looked at the yeah, I looked. There's a 20% chance for shuffled enemy damage, but there is no random enemy damage. However, there is a very small chance, admittedly, for enemy health to be shuffled to be either easy or hard, which all it really means is how many hits does it take. But we hit that 20% chance for shuffle damage in this seed. We are now going to go ahead and fight blind here. I don't know actually. Now normally if you were to clip in, you don't go out the way you came because you would be stuck. But for this scenario, that's not that. Just there's some stairs there, as if it was like inverted or something. Desert Small, Master Sword for Checksuman, another heart piece flying behind Ice Armos. We also had the first crystal over on Malmo's side. She was the first one to pick up a crystal. Well, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it will have to be a clip for GT because, as Aurelia mentions, it is the fastest way to clip it. we're going to see Malmo do some fake powder action over on over there, and it also looked like because she took the dash, she actually was abusing the fact that abusing a state known as I hate this spot so much. She's abusing a thing known as fake dark world. So whenever you take a death, it's actually really risky, but actually does come out safe. From a Chuck's side. What if you die and you have no mirror, and if you die and you have not killed Aga yet, the world state gets confused a little bit, and instead of the dark world, it's actually the light world, because you can actually hear the light world music playing, and any transition afterwards, any transition past this fake dark world will actually put you to the light world equivalent. That is if you have mirror, unless you have mirror, which means you can just mirror and you'll be back to the dark world, proper dark world. So what Malmo is doing is that Kiki skip I was referring to, and we saw it from Chuck's segment earlier. In the underground and in the underworld, the underworld is actually connected to each other for a safe. They're actually connected to each other through what's known as the EG map. And the EG map, well, for starters, EG stands for exclamation glitch. It's the most powerful glitch in the entirety of the game, and for obvious reasons, it's banned in all racing formats. That's in Link to the Past Randomizer, because if you do EG, if EG were to be turned on, all you would have to do is just perform exploration glitch and then walk over to Ganon's position on the EG map, and you're good to go. It just so happens that the exit from Spectacle Rock is below the ambush room, the shooter room in Pod. So by clipping into it, we actually end up getting in Pod, and we're in a state known as cave state. And by cave state, we can open up as many dorms as we want, because in order for the keys to render, as there's no keys in any dungeon, and if there's outside of a dungeon, it just renders it, and especially in the underworld, it just renders this as 255 keys. So effectively, if you clip into a dungeon in cave state, you have 255 keys to play with. That is until you find another small key in that state, which would bring the total back up to its intended number within bounds. So both Memo and Checksim were abusing the fact that we have 255 keys to open up as many doors, to open up as many key doors as possible. And considering that and this makes sense for Malmo and Checksim to do this, considering we have a small key shuffle. So, that means we can just use as many small keys we can open up as many doors as possible, and we don't have to worry about keys at that point. The only keys that we would worry about is the ones that would get you to through to Helma. And also another thing too about cave state is that enemies that are supposed to be in Pod will not show up, and even behavior like I believe this is right, behavior such as the collapsing floor bridge That's a simultaneous quick kill. Yeah. And as Jaxie's pointing out, all sprites are despawned in this cave state. Oh, is there a wall master somewhere? Yeah. No wonder why there was like a shadow, suddenly a shadow that was there. And Malmo's done with Pod. She's gonna go ahead and save and quit. No bow for Malmo, so she won't be able to finish up Pod here. Yeah, that's interesting. That's actually interesting in itself. I don't even know how that. Now I'm kind of curious too if Cave State Wall Masters actually drop you off back at the cave that you entered from, which in that case be the exit, which in this case be the exit of Spectacle Rock. If that does, that's actually really disgusting. Malmo's gonna go ahead and turn in her Malmo's actually gonna go ahead and do this using the Houlihan as a shortcut. I presume this might be wonder what she's doing. Oh, are we doing? Oh, we haven't done. South Shore wasn't done for Malmo yet. Okay, that's fine. All right, we're on the helmet fight for Chex Human. We know that this is a crystal from Chex Human's side, and Malmo has yet to know that it is a 0.5 fast Ganon. Yeah, and presumably because of the amount of the vanilla bosses being where they are, there is no boss shuffle, which looks like it was confirmed after about 3 dungeons in. So, no boss shuffle for today, but we have an enemy shuffle. So, I guess that's a compromise that we saw like multiple in Moldorm. Shovel and Quake for Malmo. Chex Human picked us up originally during his run through South Shore. Also, those are some rude rollers. Speaking of the shovel, we're going to see Chex Human turn in that shovel and see what it gives us. Half Magic. Half Magic's nice. Like, it's really, really nice, honestly. Like, in general. Looks like Chex Human yes, Chex Human gets soft locked. I'm assuming this was not the intended thing that he was wanting to do here. Yeah, with great care comes great responsibility. Like, with great power comes great responsibility, and you have to take care when you're doing your glitches. Otherwise, you will get soft locked, and the only way out of it is a save quit. Now, the worst thing that could happen is if you end up hard locking, and there's a couple ways to actually hard lock. But I'll bring them up when the time comes for that. Oh, Chex Human's actually going to go ahead and check out the Bombo Style Wood. Now, it's a clip I've never actually seen, funnily enough. I've done the simple down teleport to Bombo's tablet from the left side of it, but never that like dropping down to it. Good to know. Actually, so I want to add on a little something about these boots clips. They're the way that we line up for these boots clips is by using the shadow bumps that are the little shadow bumps that represent the walls, the shadows of the walls. For down teleport, for those like the down teleport I was talking about, where you clip in from the right side, or from the left side rather, you have to do 3 thumps from the bottom. And from the bottom is like, it's important that I say it's from the bottom if you're attempting to learn these. A lot of the glitches where a lot of the teleports, whether it's up or down, depends on the bump that's on there. So if you're doing let's say that Bombo's tablet clip, you need to do 3 bump to go up to 3 bumps from the bottom, and then start doing your boots clips. But you have to be, but the lineup is actually pretty important. In that you have to the lineup is actually pretty important, because if you line it up correctly, if you don't line it up right, you won't be able to clip in. The way we kind of we clip in is we like to have our shadows like face up, so that our shadow our character's back is towards the camera. And then we start clipping in from there. I think that it's that 1-1 part. There's a part of that bump that's of a 1-1 slope that we clip into. And Bambo's now in GT doing the GT clip. So won't be knowing that this is actually a 0-5. Not like that really matters for Malmo, because like the only thing that matters is that it's a 5 fast. The gaining crystals do not matter. We have a GT big key for checks human in the on the right side of Desert Palace, along with the silver arrows. So that's 2. That's both of our bows. Where was the other bow actually? I actually forget. The boots like boots. That doesn't really. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, wait, that doesn't explain everything. The green 20 does not mean anything in terms of logic. I have to say this. Green. If boots, like since we take out the boots and we have to replace out of the pool because we spawned with them, we have to put something in its place, and that green 20 is where it is. It gets replaced with a green 20, and it is not affected by logic. That is the most important thing. It is not affected by logic. So let's say you're playing casual boots, right? Or if you're playing casual boots and you do hobo, or if you do not the hobo, if you do the monk rocks, you get the green 20. That's the thing. Yes. Yeah. As Jaxie's pointing out, it is a very common misconception. Oh, the ball was in random room. Okay. All right, we're good now. Eastern Palace big key for checks human. And that was actually a sphere 1. Now this actually isn't like that hour. This is actually like a couple minutes before the hour rule that is once an hour has passed, you have to go into escape, because with no mirror. Because normally, if you get the mirror, you can do a 5-6. You can clip into Pyramid Fairy with the mirror, and then while you're doing this, you do escape while you're there. But yeah, as a to add on what to continue what Jackson was saying, yeah, it is a very common misconception. If yeah, it does bring up the example of the SG Live flags that were used in the ALTTP tournament for Speed Gaming Live 2021, where there were certain overflow replacement items that were added in for that to replace certain requirements. Replace some of the progressive stuff and the like. So Malmo's going to do a clip, another boots clip. Does pull it off, or not a boots clip, but a bomb clip. Although honestly, it would since this is like I can see why Malmo would do this. It's just quicker instead of just going all the way around. Yeah, sometimes the quickest route is actually through some overall glitch. Even if you already have like the tools necessary to like get in the dark world through a hammer, it's just quicker in general just to go through that. And we're actually seeing another boots clip. This is actually a clip to get to Meyer, and it can also just kind of like, yeah, just ignore that. That's just intentional. So the reason why that glitchy, there's mitts by the way. The reason why that glitchy rain is in there because the game doesn't expect you to arrive in Meyer at that position, and the only way to the way to correct it is either you go through the intended way. You either enter the intended way, like you normally would, or you go into an entrance, or just mirror in and mirror out. Jack's Human is going to do another interesting clip that I've never seen, and this is actually to get to this is actually a way to get to to get over to Bumper Ledge without having to just from Death Mountain. Again, Jack's Human showing off a lot more clips a lot more interesting clips that I could have possibly pulled off, just because it just looks cool, and we're allowed to do it. Malmo was gonna check it through the normal way, and if it was something, she would just clip in from the bottom, from that right side, through the same down three bumps from the bottom down teleport. Fire Rod, French Vanilla Fire Rod. Okay, very cool game. All right, so Jack's Human now can finish up this Crystal Skull Woods. So far, we have three clear dungeons amongst the two runners, or two. Well, yeah, three clears amongst the 2 runners. Currently, we do also have the ability to do. There is no way to clip into Skull Woods. However, there is some way to. You can't clip into the back of Skull Woods. No, you can't. You cannot clip into the back of Skull Woods. You need the fire rod. Full stop. But there is a way to. I mean, and it was kind of weird. There is a way to sort of get to Skull Woods from Death Mountain, but it's very volatile. It involves doing what's called a map wrap. This is predominantly from the Turtle Rock, going from Turtle Rock to Skull Woods. If you do this map wrap, then the game is very, very unstable. If you ever move right, the game freezes. If there's any right movement, the game hard locks. If you get pushed in a way that moves you to the right, it hard locks. You have to be very careful when you're trying to do this. But I've seen people do it. I've done it myself. It is very cool it's very cool to see it being pulled off. But it comes with a very high risk. Alright, so we're gonna see. So we have 2 crystals for checks to win. Malmo will also get 2 crystals. That might be elevated to 3 for checks to win, considering that Thieves Town big key. Another clear that we could possibly do is ice do flipper wrap. I don't know if this change was made in this version, but from what I remember, the flipper wrap is considered out of logic. If I remember this right. Or if not that in the mirror wrap. I forget which one of the 2 is considered will be considered out of logic. Or if it hasn't been already. I mean, and as Jaxie's pointing out, Malvo will go through the regular way, but more likely than not, Malvo won't will just clip in. Okay, so Arborelia is saying that to her knowledge that Bear is considered out of logic, but the flippers is. Okay, just want to make sure. I've heard the 2 one of them is considered out of logic, or the time when I was doing it would it be out of logic in the next version, and it looks like just Malmo's gonna go ahead and swim over to ice. Just maybe take it. Yeah, okay, this is the nice play. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense considering you have mitts. It doesn't make sense just to kind of waste a bit of time doing flipper wrap here. And we're actually gonna do a clip to get from the lobby to the next to one of the rooms here, abusing the fact that we can't be abusing the knowledge of the EG map. And this is considered in logic, in hybrid major glitches. Yeah, this is a hybrid. This is a in logic clip for hybrid major glitches. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. And we're gonna see some icebreaker from Malmo. Arborelia putting out some more information about about those clips in particular. If it came after, if it was before or after V31, and then V32 might reconcile with some of those. Yeah. Yes, HMG stands for hybrid matrix glitches. To answer Sura, I think it is Sura. It's some Japanese sounding name. Like if there was like an S to it, I probably would have said it right, but there isn't. Sura, okay. All right, cool. So that is now that this will checks is on the blind fight. This will be 3 crystals to his name, and Malmo will be following suit. At that point, the only thing to bring us into go mode, like one of the things that could bring us into go mode is an Eastern Big. I think Eastern Big. I don't know if it's that was in the okay. I checked on the playback for Malmo. She doesn't have her big Eastern Palace Big, so oh, we did find Eastern Mouse Big? It was well, it's probably on the not on the tracker then. Okay, so at this point, Chex is considered in go. It was from Escape. Okay, right. Just Chex Human, because Chex did go to Escape before Malmo did. Yeah, it was a clean cold stare fight for Malmo. We're gonna see the flipper wrap coming up for Chex Human. This is actually one of my favorite ways to get into ice. And my preferred way to get into ice, honestly, because the mirror wrap is very risky. Because you run the risk of hard locking if you don't do it right, and you even run the risk of hard locking if you don't move straight down, like straight down, because I believe you hit a bad transition, and then you get infinite skull hard locked. If you don't move anyway but straight down. On my own personal accord, I've had that happen in the past due to a unfortunate phantom diagonal on my 8-bit dough during, I believe it was the OWG Mentor Tournament, actually, yeah. Yeah, these major glitch modes are one of the coolest things. Like these glitched modes are one of the coolest things in the game. Like they are really, you get to see the game basically be broken over its knee. Like it gets the game broken to the runner's will. It's personally one of my favorite modes, and actually got me out of a bit of a break I was having back in around 2020, like in 2020, like fall 2020. It's that fun. And yeah, if you want to see more of these glitch modes, there is the glitch league, the glitched co-op league that's currently actually started not too long ago. It started this week. The first match has already. I think one of the first matches was done. Actually, I went up against Chex Human with my co-op partner Aurelia, who's been in the chat. And that game went to Chex. That game ended up going to Chex Human. And all it really came down to is just the fact that I still have to practice Bunny Citrus. Bunny Citrus is still a thing that I have yet to practice. I could do regular Citrus, no problem, about a bunny, but Bunny Citrus, I still need to learn. I need to practice a bit, not learn, but practice a bit more. So Malmo's gonna do what I was talking about before with the Bombos tablet clipped in. Not gonna get anything though. Yeah, so I think at this point Malmo will have to go to escape because it's coming up on that hour rule. That 1 hour rule where you have to go into escape after an hour shows up and no mirror has appeared. So Chess is going to go through Eastern, basically just going to be flying through here, and Malmo's going to go back into Pod. It looks like, yeah, Pod, because she's actually going to go through the cave state routes. However, she's going to have to change her state from cave state to Pod state, and the way to make sure that we have the correct state is just by simply walking out and going back the way she came, like here. Or go the way that would normally be the front, to where the pod entrance is. So we're now in pod state and no longer cave state. And that is important because if you kill Cold Stare when you're still in cave state, it won't drop the prize, I think. Alright. Checks him in on the Armos fight. Getting a quick kill underway and successful, and that is all 5 crystals you need to finish the game. It's now just a run over to Ganon and we're good. I do mean run over to Ganon because we have no flutes. Okay, so it is now, alright, so we're now seeing Malmo going into Pod. We're just, Malmo's gonna have to go and clear out the enemies on the screen. With no lamp, it's out of logic, because yes, Dark Room logic still applies even in glitch modes. Alright, Malmo's gonna go ahead and just slash away at this Halma. Well, Chex is gonna go ahead and drop into Ganon. Tempered Sword and Silver's in hand. That is crystal number 4 for Malmo. And all she really needs to do is to get over to escape. At this point, the hour rule should be called under at that point. Oh, so this is a really bad teleport phase for Ganon. That's a lot of teleports for just the first round, no less. Alright, alright. Phase 4 is a go. No need to get torch glitch here because doesn't really mean anything. Good on checks to hold a neutral inputs, as in no input at all. That doesn't fall off the platform. Well, close, but that does it. GG's to Chex Human. We'll be getting the. I'll get the official race time for you as soon as Chex crosses the bridge. And with that, Chex Human will finish first on the race stream with an official race time of 1:04.28. Also good enough for first place overall. Yeah, that's HMG that's hybrid matrix glitches mystery. That's what it is in a nutshell. It's just glitch mode. It's hybrid matrix glitches, but with hybrid matrix glitches, like the regular mode itself, but with mystery components on top of it, like that element of mystery. And because since so one thing too is that there's no entrance shuffle, because we're actually using the customizer for this one to add in those 4 extra clips, those 4 extra underworld clips, which is the 2 clips that we saw, being the lobby, Ice Palace lobby clip and the Kiki skip, along with 2 clips that takes us from Misery Mire to Tower of Hera, and the Tower of Hera to Swamp Palace. Mambo's medallion for Mambo, still on the hunt for that big key. Hopefully she does go over to the front of Escape here, because that would help. Chex Human is in our booth. I'll go ahead and just tell him that we're ready to go. There's an ice rod over on the map chest. Also, hello, Chex Human. GG.
GG's.
Okay. Honestly, that Moon Pearl spot is pretty boring.
Did you say boring?
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty boring. Yeah, because it's like glove and back of escape. Nothing too. No, it's not like it was something crazy like it was in our glitch like match.
Exactly.
Yeah. But what did you? So in general, what do you think about the seed?
Wow, it was a fast one. Once I figured out how many dungeons I could do at once. Right around the time I got Fire Rod. So I knew the Fire Rod would open up a lot, and that was probably go mode, but I'm really not sure exactly.
It had to have been it. I believe it was the Eastern Palace big, although we don't know if there's an alternative go mode just yet.
It might be possible to beat Swamp right now, so I don't know if it's a pendant or not.
It is a pendant.
Okay. Gotcha. So remind me where the Eastern Palace big key was, because that was kind of mid-game.
Escape.
Oh, escape. Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, and Mambo hasn't done the hour rule yet.
Yes.
So
she hasn't gone to Uncle yet.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that was pretty big.
Yeah, I was commenting that, like, yeah, this is a really early escape play, considering that, like, we have no mirror, we can't we can't do Pyramid Fairy alongside it, and I was mentioning the hour rule to the chat because to put that into perspective.
If you haven't seen Link's uncle in the first hour, maybe it's time to go.
Right, yeah. And Mallow, I don't know if this was, so I don't know if this is actually what's going on. So I could have sworn there was a change. I could have sworn in the past there was a thing that where if it was a 0 GT, the stairs wouldn't show up, and you have to actually wait for the cutscene. I don't know if this is just me or some Mandela effect that I'm having.
I also don't know. I was just kind of shocked that it was open, so I went in.
Yeah, I don't even. It had to have been some change that was made in recently. That like that's why I should maybe have to look at the patch notes to see what if that was a change that was recent. So what's stopping me from actually doing it now? Give me a second.
Okay, sure, why not? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was over a year ago, but everything more recent than 2017 feels recent to me.
Oh, I'm not seeing. I don't think I'm seeing it for some reason. Actually, it seems like
Okay.
it's past it's past when the update that brought in My Sprite in.
Brought in what now?
My Sprite, the little bear that I've been playing for a while.
Oh, okay. So, do we know where Malmo found the ice rod?
That was an escape. Not escape. Eastern Palace.
Oh, okay.
And the flute was in Turtle Rock.
Okay. I wonder if Malmo will find TR Big Key.
Yeah, if it's here, that is an alternative route for her. But yeah, I'm just surprised that she hasn't done the hour rule yet, at that point, because it's because if I do adhere to the hour rule, because it makes sense to do it, it makes sense in my mind. But yeah, I mean, there was at least some way to show. She read the sign. She read the goal sign.
Okay.
Yeah, I do recall Malmo reading it. I think. I'm pretty sure she did. It's just she's looking for some way to. She's just looking for a way to finish the game up here.
Okay, nice. That Malmo has a potion to refill health.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Yeah. Yeah. So I do want to ask one thing too, and I can also attest this. How has the glitched? What are your thoughts on the glitched co-op league currently?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing glitch modes. So before the league, I was pretty confident with glitches on my own. But I thought it was a great idea to have a co-op competition. And by the way, Malmo has found the mirror. And
that I think now there has to be
mountain.
At this point. Yeah, I got a mountain. At that point, you have to go do the clip here, and then follow that into escape. There's no getting around it.
Yeah, I think that might be what's happening here. Yep.
Yeah, this is exactly what's going on here. She's wrapping her camera around.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Anyway, I am happy to say I'm really enjoying the co-op racing. So it seems to be Fox and I seem to be doing pretty well so far. Although some of our practice seeds were disasters, it's a lot of fun regardless. So
yeah, I can attest to that with Arboreal. Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that I have Aurelia as my co-op partner because she is a fountain of knowledge regarding no logic, and it's actually the sole reason why I even got into no logic in the first place.
Good.
At least,
good to hear.
Yeah, she's incredible. Like she's a really good co-op player, like a really good no logic player. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun as well. We've been practicing no logic. Although we did also do a practice week session, although it was just the one. It is a good experience. If you want a bit more information about it, I think once Malmo finishes up, we'll get some. We'll get some information. I can provide some information for it, but it is a 6-week league, similar in vein to the main ALTTP league, except that it is, instead of it being 2 weeks, 2 races per week, it's actually 1 race per week, and I mentioned, it's only 6 weeks instead of 8 weeks. And it's really cool. I mean, we're going through all the popular modes for glitches, being overworld glitches, hybrid matrix glitches mystery, which we saw as well, along with no logic and no logic key lock. If you are interested in it, I recommend joining the glitch tournaments Discord.
You can also go to tinyurl.com/glitchleague to read about how all the settings and the rules.
There's the Eastern Palace big key for Malmo, and that was from Uncle. I was mistaken. It wasn't from Escape itself, but it was from Uncle. So
yeah, I thought it was somewhere around there.
Yeah. But I think that bear did it. That bear strip did it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a good amount of teams in this glitch league. It's 2 players. It's co-op. It's not like it. It's not it's not like one player for one player and some co-op modes like it is in the league, actual league. But there are some that are mixed in there. Like there's a co-op info share in between, like mixed around as well. And there are some stuff like there is some co-pilot modes in there. This week was a co-pilot mode in and of itself for motivated glitches with a short sword. Overall glitches with a short sword, yeah. Yeah. Alma's going to the Eastern Palace. She's going to be about to fight Armos soon.
Yeah, the Glitch League will be perhaps a lead up to a no logic tournament coming up that we want to plan. No strict plans yet.
If there is a no logic tournament, I want to get involved because considering what Aurelia, like when we're practicing co-op no logic, I am very impressed. I'm actually impressed. Definitely got my attention, and learning all the crazy different things you can do to break this game open wide. If you thought like those four clips were insane, try and a whole just it's not even limited to just those 4 clips. There's a whole oodles amount of different clips and different glitches to get into different dungeons or what have you. So,
and it's never too late to get involved for anyone interested.
Yeah.
Feel free to ask questions in Discord or in Twitch streams. people are always willing to help out.
Yeah, there's a weekly glitched race every Wednesday from it's around 10:30 to 2:30, 10:30 or 2:30, 2 o'clock or 2:30, 10:30. I think those were the times. And if you're ever interested in checking in those out, again, I mentioned, as Chuck's even mentioned, there is the glitch talk and glitch training Discord channels in the main Discord. If you like what you see, I also will say too, please give a follow to both of our runners. Malmo can be found at twitch.tv/SuperMalmoWorld, and ChexHuman can be found at twitch.tv/ChexHuman. I'm Professor Renderum. I am flying solo here. I'm at twitch.tv/Professor Renderer, all in one word. And then you have Jaxie, who's who is the tracker for tonight. Give him a follow as well. You see the name pop up in the chat a lot because so that is his Twitch page. Give him a follow there. And yeah, it is fun. All right, Malmo, heading into the Ganon fight. Yeah, this is going to be a Ganon fight. However, this will not be a silverless fight. Or this will not be a silvers fight. It will be a silverless fight. So we'll be seeing some silverless action coming from Malmo. I don't get silvers are nice. The silverless is what I feel is like makes things a lot interesting. Even if she has to go through that mess of a first hit of phase 3.
And here come the damaging Ganon bats. That's 3 hits so far, and she's still at full health.
Yeah, that damage shuffle, that shuffled enemy health damage did catch you by surprise. Way in the early game, and actually caught me by surprise because it's like, wait a minute, that's like 3 hearts of damage right there. That's not normal, especially for guards. I mean, it's whenever it shows up, it's actually welcome.
Absolutely. I have not seen damage shuffle in any of the hybrid mysteries I've done, so it was pretty surprising.
Yeah, and considering that that shuffled enemy damage is only 20% in when you look at the weights, yeah, that doesn't come up a whole lot. The ironic thing is that I've seen the 2 HMG mystery seeds I've rolled. Both of them had rolled Triforce Hunt, and it's supposed to be a 10% chance for that to show up. So that's some pretty bad luck, and I think there's also an enemy shuffle on top of it too, which was funny. And okay, I've already seen enough of this. I've done one already. I'm done with it. GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat for Malmo, by the way. She'll be finishing second on the restream with an official race time of 1:22:53. Good enough for third place overall with Mr. Buyer in second place with a time of 1:13:24. Yeah, that's the only ones. Yeah. We'll see if we'll get Malmo in for a quick interview while I get the schedule up for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, okay, so just literally tomorrow, the only thing that's been scheduled for tomorrow is the 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time mashup Invitational League Finals match between Rilken and Solsky on this channel, Speaking in Private, and we're also joined by Malmo, GG.
GG.
Yeah, that
Where were the other big keys?
I don't know. Like, and I kept saying this. Like,
Uncle Rule?
I was waiting for the hour rule. Yeah,
Uncle Rule.
the uncle
Yeah.
rule. Yeah.
I thought I was in. I mean, I was 50-50 go mode in ice because I hadn't checked the Saucerlay yet. I didn't know what my green pendant was.
Yeah.
That's why I left behind 3 checks in there.
Yeah.
I didn't do Freezor chest because if I did Freezor chest, I wouldn't have enough magic for Cold Stare.
Yeah, that hour Uncle Real got you there.
I mean, I did do it at like the hour 10 mark. It's not that far off.
Yeah, it's not far. It's not too far off, but
I see it really punishes like doing literally anything else.
Yeah, checks out to the checks got in at the 40 around the 40-minute mark.
Even that's pretty late. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 5 crystals. What are the odds?
Yeah.
5 crystals. It could have been the pod Bicky and it could have basement clipped in the dark.
Right, yeah.
Anybody find the lamp?
No. There was no lamp.
There was... Ooh, those rats. There was no lamp.
Yeah. The damage shovel was interesting, though.
Oh, yeah, in the beginning. Thieves Town was terrible.
Yeah.
With the Usain Bolts and all that.
Yeah, at least you converted that into doing a check for the bats.
Oh no, that was terrible. It got me out. It basically broke up my entire Darkwold. I had to do South Darkwold separately, and then I had to do Skullwood separately, so I didn't have the Fire Rod for a long time.
Right, yeah.
That was actually really punishing. That was not a good thing. And Baked Powder was slow. I had no magic for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
so I couldn't kill any crystals.
Yeah, and I was mentioning to Check Seaman about this, but that Moon Pearl is in such a boring spot, considering the previous glitch race that happened between me and Chex, oddly enough.
This would have been a funner Ped Seed. Pedgul. Because Pedgul, you have a interesting swamp, because you can do like Key Rat Steel. You don't get the Mire Medallion so easily, so you have to be creative.
Yeah.
The Desert Big Key was early enough that you just had to find fire and you're basically in go mode. Mm-hmm. You can figure out swamp.
Yeah. And me and Chex were talking about the Glitch League, if you want to provide a bit more information about that too, for those who are listening at home.
Well, Glitch League has already started, but you can still watch and you can still do comms or tracking. You don't even need glitch experience because usually somebody who has it will join you. A bunch of different communities are picking up restreams. I think Go Mode Podcast might pick some up. Nordic Randomizer is taking on the lion's share as well. So keep an eye. What it is, it's teams of 2 are playing against each other with a bunch of different modes with the co-op focus. And it start at overall glitches and work their way up to no logic.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I will say this. And I mentioned this already. Me and Arborelia picking up Arborelia was like probably one of the best decisions I've made for the sake of learning no logic.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that your team, I was like, yes, best pairing. Like I think you guys are made for each other as no logic, and just playing together in general. Your attitude to playing is pretty similar and in line.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and glitch modes are fun in general. Like and I mentioned if you're ever interested, feel free to join the glitched tournaments Discord or top in on the ALTTP Discord and the glitch talking glitch training channels there. There's a lot of people that can help you doing these clips, these exact same clips and stuff that you saw today. Other than that, though, I don't have anything else to say. So if you have any final thoughts, go ahead and make them known.
Yeah. Thanks for commentating.
No problem.
Yeah. Thanks for making it happen, Professor Ender.
Where's Lucian?
Lucian, I couldn't make it.
Oh, dang. I would have joined you.
Yeah.
As a commentator. I would have been saved from having to play the seed.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for solo comming. That's even harder.
No. It's a lot it's pretty hard to kind of explain everything that's going on, but it is and it ends up worth it. It's worth it, and people get to learn about more glitch modes.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep them rolling. I would say these are worth keeping on the rotation.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, I think we're ready for another no logic.
Yes, I want to see more no. I'll definitely see if no logic's in the cards for us again.
You could almost do a rainbow.
Oh
You do
yeah.
a rainbow, get it feted, make sure it's beatable in main state, and then
Right, that's true. Yeah,
because rainbow is a spectator sport. It's a lot of cursed stuff happening in rain state. You're not supposed to go outside of the star area when it's raining, and when you do, weird things happen.
Yeah, I saw that in the asyncs, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know if I'll do it, but it sounds very, very interesting.
And there's a flute start version where you start with an active flute, so you don't have to EG out every time. It's supposed to be a quality of life improvement. I haven't tried it yet. It's also currently the only way to do it because EG is broken, but
right,
that's a temporary problem.
Right. All right. I think that does it. Yeah, just give both runners a follow. The bot's broken, but bot's broken, but twitch.tv/Super Malmo World for Malmo and twitch.tv/ChexHuman for ChexHuman. Professor Render for me, Professor Render is twitch.tv/Professor Render, all in one word. And Jaxie is twitch.tv/J_8axie. Yeah. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this. Hope you get a chance to take a look at the Glitched League for yourself. tinyurl.com/Glitch League. I think that's the right one. Yeah, take it easy, everybody, and have a good night.